2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action. Hey, Dave.
Well, Coach Mike Malone had this to say about his understated superstar.
The Nuggets, lucky to have you. Thanks, David. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. Now here's McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Hood finds McCollum. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Now, has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
Pass to Jokic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What's Jokic, like 6'10" out there? Not many defenders are going to be able to match up with that kind of size.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter, and the shot goes in.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there, one of his better qualities as a passing big.
Murray against Lillard. McCollum up top. And Portland again with the bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Murray. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. McCollum against Harris. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
Here's Jokic, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
You've got Yusuf Nurkic, Damian Lillard out there with Kent Bazemore, and there's Anthony Tolliver, and it's Little in at the three, the small forward. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. The Nuggets trail by 4. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Beasley. 1:39 left in the first half of basketball. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Damian Lillard. Coming off a terrific season, he was around 26 points per game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds, and a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
And the basket is good. Lillard's got 9 points.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed. Wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season. And that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, "Do you have a son?"
Well, that son is Yusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Yusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Portland.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Shoots the three. They get the rebound. No good. Shot missing. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing here by 8. Murray, no good. That's a 2 from Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 11 points for Damian Lillard.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now, all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. And now with the second half about to...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris, and it's Craig, small forward. Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. From deep three-point range, Denver the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And there it is for him.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. With the floater, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one away. It's like he's playing beach volleyball.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists. And you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team, as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference.
And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Rodney Hood. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Torrey Craig. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Will Barton in for Jamal Murray. Here's Jokic, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And now Portland on the break. Here's Little. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets trail by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Plumlee in the post, covered by Lillard, and Plumlee gets it to go on the assist by Porter.
Well, for people who question some toughness and determination, Plumlee showing off that he can finish through contact and growing in both of those areas.
Portland again missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lillard attacking, drops it in from 11 feet. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And Whiteside sends it back. He gets it up. That one's not going to go. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibility.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Kent Bazemore is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Tolliver in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Grant, and the rejection by Collins.
Good job, Collins inside, quick off his feet.
And McCollum with the slam.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. It's a 14-point game. Now the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Jokic missing. And for Portland, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. McCollum up top. Martin defending. Good on the shot. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Bazemore with it, now defended by Jokic. Murray kicks to Craig. In the corner, it's Harris. Passes it to Jokic. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Be unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Murray against Bazemore. Murray, good.
That's a tricky little move there as Murray found a little bit of space and then got that floater off.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge